Welcome to Pimpy's Investment Chat, where we keep investment talk simple. And here's your host, Pimpy.
What is going on out there, peeps? All right. A lot of you have asked me to go back to my old videos and respond to questions and comments that are on there like I used to do back in the day. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's review 3 of the last videos, read your comments. Now, I won't have time to read them all, but I'll try to do as many as possible, right? So let's go have fun with this, shall we? Before we get started, do me a favor and hit the thumbs up button. And if you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I certainly do appreciate it. You can follow me over on other platforms. I do have my own group over on Facebook called Pimpy's Investment Chat. Over here, we do talk about gold, silver, cryptocurrencies, as well as foreign currency investments. So head on over here and join us. It's free to do so. In here, I do post updates. If I should get on suspension from YouTube or get removed from YouTube and you want to know what happened to me, I'll let you know right here in this group. I can be found on Twitter, MeWe, YouTube, and the cool thing about YouTube, if you come over here and you join and you find my channel, I got videos going back, I believe, a couple years. So if you want to see some older videos that I have on Nasera, Jacera, gold, silver, cryptos, come on over here and join. Look me up and check out my videos. You can also find me on Odyssey, catch me on Rumble. When I say that the links for all these are down below in the description, some of you don't know what I'm talking about. It's real simple. Just go down to the bottom right here of any of my videos. See this? This is the description. Hit show more. And there are all the links to all the platforms I just spoke about. All right, this is from the video I did on 9/24. Billy says, I hold IQD. I also work in Iraq. I see a lot of IQD holders purchasing from online exchanges. These people that will scrap US dollars together just to buy IQD may struggle to get new denominations in the event Iraq does a redenomination. I say this in belief that Iraq will use the redenomination strategy prior to going to digital globally. Remember the supply and demand rule of thumb, which if I had any control of the IQD, that is exactly what I would do. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That's where we come to the deletion of the zeros. There is a scenario, which is a bad case situation. Not that I want to get into it, but I understand what you're saying. So if the people have to be in Iraq to exchange the dinar for new denominations, how will they afford the airline tickets, hotel costs, the taxis, exchange, and local Iraqi bank? That also brings the question if Iraq banks will exchange dinars for non-locals. Well, yeah, that's a valid point, but I think what you'll see happening is these exchanges will have the new denominations and we can just go locally, like at your international airport. And the reason why I say that is because before they can make an official announcement, anybody that's flying into Iraq is going to need to get those denominations as soon as possible. So I can see a scenario where the bank is saying, look, to international airports all over, we got to make sure to first get these new denominated currencies over to them before we make an announcement, so that the people who need these currencies will have them once they arrive. That could be one thing, or they might just say, just go to the bank once you get there. But eventually they'll get over to the exchanges. I don't have any doubt about that. A note from the UK, last August I purchased $1 million in dinars from only currency exchange I could find in the UK that deals with the dinars, apart from the eBay. Yeah, eBay is a little risky. Today from the same dealer, they were charging me, yeah, it looks like about a 30% increase there. Not what we're looking for, but a step in the right direction. If they're charging you a little bit more for your dinar, that usually means, I think, supply and demand. There's people who believe, probably because people out there are blowing hopium up their butt. When you see a wave of people buying dinars, it's usually because somebody told them something like it's going to change here real soon. And so everybody rushes over to buy the dinars, and that's usually when you see an increase. Iraq is allowed to produce oil, but we're not. Yeah, that's pretty sad. Maybe they'll pay off their debt when the exchange rate changes. No, if you're going to pay off your national debt, you definitely want to do it with a cheaper dollar, not a more expensive one. Thank you, Pimpy. You're welcome. Pimpy, please keep moving forward, man. I am doing so. Do you know how many times I heard the phrase, we are so close and nothing happens? Good Lord, I've only been listening to people talk about it now for a few years, and I can only imagine. So close to being Pimpy rich. Yeah, that would be nice. If you read the comments on all the other channels, they've been waiting so long. And if you read comments about how desperate some of these people are living paycheck to paycheck and talking about being evicted and being homeless and hoping that this thing hits next week and believing that it's going to, but yet it never does. They are constantly disappointed, but their cognitive dissonance keeps them from accepting the truth or being led to believe that it's right around the corner. Initially, when it was the budget passed, it could be RV'd with it passing. Yeah, I've heard many people say that. That's what happens all the time. Not one of them said that there was a 3-week period where either side could appeal it. That just illustrates that not one of them had any understanding of what's going on, and that is my biggest issue with them. They lead people into false understandings and hopes. Your frustration is the same as mine. That's usually when I have to work the hardest to tell people to be grounded. And it's not just around the corner. If it isn't, it will happen. But, a lot of these people have been saying the same crap for years. When the budget passes, right around the holidays, sometime around March, there's always some date and it never happens. So far, people like you, me, and others have yet to be incorrect. But they are incorrect all the time. We're grounded and they are not. Well, I really appreciate that. Yeah, I try to be grounded. It's really important for me to make sure that people don't have any kind of false hope installed in them. I mean, I've had to walk people off the edge so many times. So it's, I because of other YouTubers lying to people, they've had people actually commit suicide. And once I heard that, that's when I started speaking out against other YouTubers. Pimpy, you're right. Iraq needs to poop or get off the toilet. So from my point of view, we are basically looking at a very least 2 to 3 years left to go if they can keep on the same track they are currently on. Even then, that is a big if. Cody, my response to that is that's my thinking. It's going to take about 2 to 3 years. So before everybody starts banging their head against the wall, that's for it to reach its full potential. I'm the one who thinks it should go up in increments, but it's going to take at least 2 to 3 years. You might be closer to 1 to 1 right around that time. Too much negativity on this side. I'm done. Well, nice to see you, Leonard. Asta, sorry you feel that way. It's not negativity. It's keeping you grounded. If you want smoke blowing up your butt, go over to a militia man or Jeff or any one of those people, all right? What did you say, Pim? Big hoax? No. I'm willing to bet that these who all fall for this Iraqi Dinar hoax are largely, if not all, Trump supporters. I don't know how you come up with that. Actually, the vast majority of the people I talk to are liberals. That's why when I bring politics into this, they get pissy. Here's from the video from 9/26/23. Nice to hear you feel good about this, Pimpy. Yeah, I mean, people always go, you're so negative. No, I'm grounded. What's been happening lately, I'm feeling really good about. There's got to be some consistency there. They seem to be making all the right moves, and that's exactly what you want in this investment. Thank you for your update, Pimpy. You're very welcome. It's Sudani. I'm glad to hear you're finally seeing the facts and not being negative. Is it negative? Do I need to sound negative? Maybe if I was going, hey, everybody, it's not going to happen right away. It's going to be in increments. I wonder if that'll change people's perception. Thanks for the intel, Pimp. You're very welcome. It's Sudani. The reason for the article says Sudani. It's because they're literally translated from Arabic. Al-Sudani means Sudanis when translated. So the people from the Middle East are definitely letting me know that I must be hacking up his name. So sorry about that. We need a dual rate policy ended and depeg from the US dollar. While the dual policy rate is not by choice. One of them is a black market that is created by the United States. So yeah, I agree. But how you end that is depeg yourself from the US dollar is what you need to do, and then be exclusive of the Iraqi dinar. They took your video down from 10.3. I wonder what the heck, why they did that. Looks like Pimpy owes Militiaman an apology. Don't like that Pimpy bashes him. Thumbs down, Pimpy. Bash who? He makes it easy, man. You guys sent me the video and asked me to review him. But I know why now, because you guys have no idea what the hell he's saying, because he hardly speaks English. And trust me, I know, I listen to him, and it makes no sense. So it's not a matter of bashing him. It's a matter of people going, what do you think? We don't understand. Can you translate for us? No, I can't. I pray for Iraq to RV in peace, but mostly I pray for a total cooperation of Iraq, Kurdistan, etc. to get along and work together as brothers. There seems to be a movement in the Middle East. I've been monitoring this really closely. All those neighbors that usually bump heads at the current moment seem to be trying to find a way to get along. So I think there's a very good chance, hopefully soon you're going to see the Middle East really prosper. And that's just my opinion. And here's one I did on 10.2. Yes, Pimpy, I'm always grateful to hear your comments. The other gurus talk a lot of mumbo jumbo and it amounts to nothing. You keep it real. I can appreciate that. I appreciate the kind words. I do my best to bring you the information without all the fluff. As always, thank you for the update. As always, thank you. Crypto Reaper. Ultimately, the RV comes down to politics. Well, it's more than politics. Politics plays a big part of it, but I've done plenty of videos explaining to people how currency goes up in value and how it goes down. So politics plays a big part of it. The security of your country is another part of it. Your politics, your economy, and the country all has to be stable. So there's like all these different things that play a big part of it. But yeah, definitely politics plays a part of it. Not to mention, you think supply and demand. And those politics will never be known by the serfs. We get the crumbs. They can form all the contracts they want, but all the jets they want, build this and that, speak at the UN and say this and that. But what really matters is who is pulling the strings of the central bank. Well, right now, I can tell you it's the United States. There's no doubt about that whatsoever. Because it ain't them. I agree. This can easily drag out for another year or two, maybe more. So that's the same thing I was just talking about on the other side. Now, for me, I think you're going to see it go up in increments. I said this many times, but it's going to take 2 to 3 years for it to even get close to 1-to-1. I know you guys don't want to hear that, but you would have to see some major changes happen for it to change before then. But I definitely feel like we're going to get there within the next 3 years. Absolutely. I know you guys don't want to hear that. You're like, oh, not again. But I never predict dates. I never predict rates. But it's just my feeling that there's a lot of great things happening over in the Middle East. Look, if Trump gets back on there, he already started brokering the Abraham deal to bring peace to the Middle East. Peace to the Middle East would play a huge part in the revaluation. So keep your fingers crossed. Look, you don't have to vote for Trump. I'm not saying that that's for sure. I'm just saying that he seemed to be on track to bring peace to the Middle East that we've not seen before. And a big part of the issues over in the Middle East is the fact there's a lot of fighting. So if there's a way to get everybody on the same page, which it looks like right now, that's what's happening. September 28th to the 1st came and went. October 3rd is done. Tomorrow will be the 4th. That day came and go. And the fact that these dates continue passing without any of these clowns admitting that they're cult leaders don't know what the F he's talking about illustrates that is a cult mentality. Look at the comments on Militia Man's channel. People literally say that they never question his integrity or the validity of what he's saying. Goodness gracious. Well, they say that because most likely it's Militia Man with multiple accounts saying that kind of crap on his channel. I don't know if that's true, but it sounds like something he would do. A lot of these Hopium platforms are watch for entertainment. I don't take anything that they say to heart. SSDD every week. We will know when it happens. Look, to help you with everything that's going on, anticipate that it's going to go up in increments over the next couple years, okay? I really don't have no doubt about that. Don't fall for this. It's going to happen tomorrow. It's going to happen next week. Because 99.99% of the time, it's not going to happen. What's going to happen is one day it is going to pop up and it's going to change. And you know what they're going to all do? See, I told you, I'm the one that predicted. I was the one that's right. Everybody else is wrong, especially Pimpy. That's what you're going to hear. Thanks, Pimpy, for your reports on the dinar. You are very welcome. Bottom line, is it worth it to invest in a dinar? I have them. I think it's something to consider. Look, you should have discretionary funds if you're going to buy the Iraqi dinar. I think I hold like 4 million or 5 million. There are people out there who went way overboard on buying the Iraqi dinar. So I think it's worth it. I'm just holding on to it. Look, it's a legitimate currency. It's way undervalued. They have a lot of sanctions on them. So what happens if you take away the sanctions? Well, then the currency will be able to function like it should without all this weight on its back, so to speak, So, yeah, I think it's worth it. But is it going to RV tomorrow? No. No. It's going to take time, but not a lot of time, not like before. You're not going to see an overnight RV. That's just not going to happen. There's too many things in its way. But the steps that Iraq's taking at this present moment, you can see it go up in increments without a doubt. Pimpy, have you heard about the states trying to kick Trump off the ballot? Yeah, they won't be successful. You're not going to see that happen. They're already losing in court. It's bullshit. There's not violated any 14th Amendment. No one's ever been charged with insurrection. I mean, they're trying like hell to keep him off the ballot. But I'm going to tell you this. It's not going to happen. That's one thing I will tell you. I guarantee Trump will be in there this next term. No ifs, ands, or but. This has nothing to do with that 17-letter movement or anything like that. That's just my own opinion with everything that's going on. I'm seeing more YouTubers, especially black and other minorities, coming out, all of a sudden changing their support from the Democrats to Trump. And that's why you're seeing the country get flooded with illegal aliens. And people on the other side are telling them, and I'm not kidding, they're telling them, when you get in the United States, you're going to be able to vote. You have to vote Democrat, is what they're telling them. And I'm not even making up. Pimpy ain't no simpy. Stacks and stacks of Iraqs on this safari for dinars. Look, man, once this happens, it's going to happen. I believe that. And I told everybody for now years that once it happens, then we all meet up in Vegas to celebrate what the heck is going on. Because I think we deserve it, a little break and some enjoyment after all the patience it took for us to get this. Empty in this room by, I don't know what empty is, but okay. How do you reach me? The best way is I give you a link to my YouTube channel and you can just drop me a message. The best way to reach me is on Facebook, and I will be honest about that. Sometimes it takes me a little while to respond there as well. Just be patient and I will get back to you. Or if you just look down below the videos like this one, you come here and hit more. You can find me on Pimpy's News Network. Just leave a comment and I'll reach out to you. I have my own Facebook group. I have a Twitter account. I'm on Odyssey. Any one of those you can hit me on and reach out to me and I'll be able to respond to you. Anyways, that's it for now, people. I appreciate when you leave comments. I will try to be better about coming back and answering your questions. That's it for now. I'll catch you later. I'm out.